of the biggest things that I find intuitives who come work with me, anybody that I've spoken to who wants to be an intuitive creator, who wants to make money, or even the spiritual entrepreneurs who are making money in their business. I have someone that I'm working with at the moment in my one-to-one containers who makes 5K a month. She's made 7K months, and she still struggles with this one key thing. So this applies to you whether you're at the beginning of your journey of making money, whether you want to make money in your business, or whether you've already made money in your business, right? And this is something that trips all of us up at some point. And I know very, very deeply within my soul that I have had to do a lot of work with this myself. And I still keep coming back to this time and time again. And so if you are finding yourself struggling with money, right? If in the beginning of your journey, it might sound a bit like this. And I was having this conversation with one of my friends the other day, and she was like, I just don't believe that anybody will buy my thing. So she has this belief, right? Which is very much tied to your self-worth. And she was just like, she just doesn't believe that somebody's going to pay her. She's not made any money in her business yet, okay? Then I have this other person on the other end who is making 5K months. She's made 7K months, but she's making it through her being there physically. She's doing one-to-one work, and that's how she makes her money. So she physically has to be there. So it's simply, she's created another job for herself inside of her business instead of the business being separate to her, right? So this is another problem where she feels like she has to be there in order to make money, just like a job. So this is like the job conditioning. So this again is linked to your self-worth and the way that you view yourself, the way that you see yourself. Now, some people call it self-concept. To me, I like to keep it very simple as self-concept, self-worth, your identity, kind of all in the same arena, similar playground, right? And this is your key behind manifesting more money or less money, attracting money or chasing money and pushing it away, repelling money. So right now, before I even jump into the video, because I'm actually free flowing this completely, I haven't even got bullet points down today. I was just like, I know I need to talk about self-worth, and I'm going to just share however it comes through. So before I even do that, I want you to assess yourself. So first of all, I just need you to look at yourself on a deep, deep level and ask yourself, what is my self-worth saying to me about money right now? What do I believe to be true about money right now? That could potentially not be true, because you create your thoughts, and you create everything that is created in your reality is created from your thoughts. And I know to be living truth of this because I used to believe that I could not make money until my belief switched almost overnight to I can make money like this. I'm such a good salesperson. I just make money all the time, and voila, month after month after month in my business, no matter what digital product, no matter how many changes and tweaks that I did, money would always show up for me. And I love money. Now, this is the other thing, right? When I was at Aaron Doughty's event the other week, or a couple of weeks ago now, I think it was like 2 weeks ago. Anyway, I stood up there in front of everyone in the room. I was the first one to go, and I started talking about money. I shared exactly how much money I was stuck on, how much consistently I was like able to make. And then after that, it was just like, I'm blocked here. I have an income ceiling, and this is the work that I'm currently doing. And a lot of the women came in after me in toilets, in the bathroom breaks, in the lunch breaks, and they were like, oh my God, you were so incredible. I'm so grateful that you said what you said, and you spoke up about the question and the struggles that you're going through and a lot of the things that you said, because I am struggling with the same thing, but I don't feel comfortable talking about money. And I was like, oh, that's a thing? You're like women. And then she said something else. I think another woman was like, yeah, women especially don't talk about money. And I was like, this is something that was not information that I recognized within myself, because I'm very comfortable talking about money. Even though I've been brought up in a family that doesn't discuss money either, and there's a lot of like tight-knit closeness. Like even now when I asked my mother about business and stuff, she was like, oh, we didn't ask these type of questions. And I was just like, these type of questions? Money is simply a fucking tool. Do you know what I mean? It's just a tool equal to like the pen. Like this microphone is a tool that allows me to communicate a higher frequency sound through my content. It's just a tool. Money is also just another tool. I don't have anything on my desk right now because I use cards and tap all the time, but money is also just a tool to exchange value for something that I want, right? So our perception of what we deem as valuable, we use money as the middle person to exchange that so we get the thing that we value. So again, money is simply a tool too, and we just use it for a particular reason, which is an exchange of value. This microphone is a tool that is used to transmit a higher frequency sound, a higher quality sound. A phone, we have multiple uses for, and money also, we have multiple uses for that one tool. We can use it to invest. Some of us use it to save. Some of us will do both. Some of us will use it to collect debt. Some of us will use it to buy a car. Some of us will use it to buy a house. Some of us will use it to buy presents. There are so many infinite different ways. Some of us will use it to invest more into our business. Money is a tool that can be used a lot of different ways, but we're looking at money as money being the source of something bad. And it's like, this microphone's not bad if the battery dies. Do you know what I mean? The battery dies because I didn't check if it was charged enough and I forgot. It was my responsibility to check that this is high battery before I start to film. That's my responsibility. Okay, the battery died. I learned a lesson. So next time, make sure it's charged, then come and produce my quality. It's not the tool's fault. It's not the microphone's fucking fault. I'm not stupid microphone. Microphone is evil. It died on me. That's how you sound when you take your money, pretend this is money, and you're going, my money doesn't grow. My money is evil. My money, wanting more of this money is making me greedy. You create meanings around a tool that is just a fucking tool. It's not a living, breathing thing. Like, yes, there's energy because everything in our world is energy. It's a frequency that creates some sort of value to the other person, whatever the thing is. Like a knife is a tool too. We use it to cut a cake. But at the same time, some people are using knives for knife crime out there. They're stabbing up people. They're killing people. We don't go, the knife is so fucking bad. Because when we cut a birthday cake, we're thankful for the knife. We're like, oh, this knife is so good. It cuts so smoothly into the cake. There's no crumbs that fall. You know what I mean? There's different levels of knives as well. There's different tools. And then some people, the intention behind them using that tool is negative, is bad. They're applying that to that tool. So you create your reality based off of what meaning and story and identity and association you're giving to the tool of money. So if you have low self-worth, you're going to project that onto money instead of seeing it with clear vision on exactly what money is, which is simply a tool. And I need you to understand that because this has literally been blowing my mind. The more that I dive into the meaning of money and how it's just a tool, it's easier for you to detach from wanting more money because you recognize it's just a tool. And the way in which you get more of that tool is by working with it. You understand it. You know how it operates. Like this, when it first arrived, I didn't know how the fuck it worked, right? So what did I do in order to understand how it works so I could get the best juice out of it, the best use out of it? I learned it, I studied it, I read the instruction manual on it, and then I tested it and I experimented with it. And now it's my best bud. So with money, again, you don't know how it operates because you're just operating on the money that got taught to you by your parents, by what you saw growing up, by the society that we live in that told you debt is bad and you need good credit and you need to go get a job and you need to do all these things and whatever your beliefs around money, right? Money is so multi-educational, where it's like you can learn about money from very different lenses, and the lens that you choose to see money from is the lens of your reality. So if your reality is showing you can only earn a certain amount of money in your job, it's because there's a money and a story and identity attached to that. If you have a certain belief about your business and how you make money through your business, there's a certain meaning and story attached to that. So what your job is, if you are looking to elevate your money, your income in your business specifically, because I teach everything to do with business, but you can apply this any way you like, even in your dream jobs. Those of you who are employees and you love being employed and you don't want to build businesses, again, you get to create the reality of how money gets to flow to you. Have you got just one narrow-minded track channel that money can only flow through this rigid, light, tight little wall? Because that's your tunnel vision. Can you expand that and go, oh, money can come through me through this way. Money can come through me through gifts. Money can come through a business. Money can come through multiple products, not just one. Money can come through surprise gifts, refunds, rebates, tax rebates. All of that is you being open to receiving, number one. And the second thing is being in gratitude for the money that does come. You have to build a solid relationship with that tool, right? Build a better relationship with the tool, but also be detached knowing that it is just a tool. Because I teach, yes, money is energy, as in you are the energy that is driving that tool, okay? So this microphone cannot be picked up and used unless I am doing it with my energetic frequency. So if I take it and I throw this across the room and it smacks something that's glass or whatever and it breaks it, that's on me. But what we're doing is we're picking up money, we're spending it left, right, and center without thinking consciously about where we are spending this intentionally, and is this going to make it grow? What, da, da, da. And I'm not saying don't spend. Like I spend. Oh my God, I love spending. But I also love saving. I also love managing my money. I also love investing. And I also love learning more about the tool that I'm using, right? And how to squeeze all the juice out of it, how to make it grow more. So if you're not doing those things and then you spend that money and then you attack it because you're just like, oh, money never comes to me. Money always just goes. As soon as money comes in, it goes. It's like you're projecting your own bullshit onto the tool that you just fucking chucked out with your energetic frequency. So we have to take responsibility. We have to bring that energy back to us, hold ourselves accountable for the actions and the choices and the decisions that we are making and the meanings that we're giving to these tools that we're using in the 3D reality, and connect back to our divine and knowing that, oh yeah, we came here with full ownership and responsibility of who we came here to be. And it's our responsibility to treat the tools that are given to us in the way in which we want it to work for us. So just like most of you in my community are not going to be killers, and you're not going to be using the knife tool to go and kill someone, you then have to choose how you are using money in your life. Are you using it for good, or are you using it selfishly, or are you using it with a broke mindset? You have to then figure out, how can you use this tool for better? How can you create with this tool in a different way to maybe than the way that you've been creating? If you have mindset blocks around this, then this is, again, like I said, a self-worth issue, because again, with me, my money has increased every time I feel good about myself, because then I don't project onto money crappy stories. And then it's like, oh, that realization and reflection, and then working through those things, and always looking at money as just an amazing tool that comes and serves me, and recognizing how money attaches to things, what money likes, how it likes to move, where it likes to flow. There are certain things, success leaves clues. That's one of the statements that I love. And it's like, money flows, right? We say currency, which comes from current and the sea, so the waters, which means water likes to ebb and flow. What happens when water just stays stuck in one area? It becomes stagnant, it becomes damp, like a swamp. You get mosquitoes and stuff that breed there. It's just not nice. There's a smell that comes from it. So money needs to circulate. And that's exactly what happens with some people. I know some people in my family are hoarders of money. They hoard, but money stagnates there, right? When you're saving and you're adding interest, you're compounding. Money likes that. When you're pouring energy and attention to money, money likes that too. When you're sharing the money and you're circulating it, it likes doing that. It likes moving. There's so many different things, there's traits that you can put to money, instead of just looking at it as money doesn't come to me, money's just for bills, money's da 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 da. And it's like, those bills that are paying, like, you get to enjoy all the things that money does for you, but you're choosing to look at it from a lens of negativity because that's what you got taught. That's what you took on in your subconscious. And until you do the work required to get rid of that, your money situation will pretty much look the same. And you'll have these dips, and a lot of people will have these inconsistent months, right? And this is why, because we're not doing the deeper work. Our nervous system has to feel safe. Our mind has to feel safe. Our mind has to switch the meanings that we're giving it. Our identity has to shift. The way that we act, the way that we're taking action has to change. These are all the things that I'm teaching inside of Mindfully Rich. The link is dropped in the description box below. Those of you who want to come join. Every day you are going to plug in and you just listen to one audio. It's like some of them are 10 minutes, some of them 20 minutes. That's it. Every day you listen to that. Watch your life around money and your self-worth change within the next 6 months to a year. Subscribe if you are new here. Like, drop me your comments as always, and I'll catch you in the next video. Mwah.